You're letting some Joe sitting on a couch doing nothing judge your content. People want you to do good, but just not better than them. For you to create business, you just need to start. I'm seeing a lot of real estate agents are having a very low goals. They don't have an abundance mindset about how much business there actually is around you. So look around. How many homes do you see just in the one city? And how many cities we usually service? We service multiple cities. There's thousands and thousands of houses that trade hands. If you can't even service all the business that's out there. The second biggest thing I'm seeing that agents can't overcome the fear of creating content. You're letting some Joe sitting on a couch doing nothing and not being successful in his life at all judge your content and stop you from making the content and achieving your dreams, going after what you want and helping your family. You're looking into your family's eyes and they want something from you. They want you to be successful, and you're letting that person, somebody who will judge your videos, who will judge your pictures, stop you from bringing the success, the money, everything that your family wants because of him or her. A lot of agents also are fearful of making calls too. That's something that on the other line of the phone, somebody's gonna say something that's gonna block you and you're gonna have a bad day. I think that everybody needs to start with putting a high goal. You have to start with a high goal. My first goal as a real estate agent was I need to sell 20 houses a year. That was my first year. It's my goal. I'm starting from scratch. I didn't know nobody. My social media account was very little. I had like 200 friends on Facebook and I had 0 followers on Instagram, or maybe like 20 followers on Instagram. And so I started with 0. Like, nobody knows me. I have to somehow do it, and I was just researching YouTube and listening to a lot of podcasts, and I see that agents are selling. And I was actually talking to somebody from Pennsylvania. The guy's second year in the business, or third, selling 80 houses. Like, if he could do it, why can't I do it? I think I can do it. Like, what's the problem with me that he can do it, I can't? Why not? I put a goal, 20 houses, my first year. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And what I started doing was I make calls and I created content. My very first piece of content was horrible. It took me 6 hours. I bought a camera. I bought I think a tripod. I bought a tripod. I put it in a house in my condo. I would sit down and I had a line. It was how to buy a house or something about interest rates and stuff like that. And I would create some lines that I need to say, some sentences, and I would have one sentence, I would say it, try to say it perfect, and then I would look down, try to say a second sentence again, then I messed it up. It took me like 5 hours to create it. I put the flashcard into my computer, that I posted on YouTube, but I now cannot find it somehow. I don't know what I did with it, but I guess it never got no views, and nobody really saw that. I was very afraid to share it on Facebook, and I never did. And so, but that got me into the game, because then I spent 6 hours into making that content, and I'm like, I already spent 6 hours doing it, so I'll just maybe do something else again with it, because I kind of already got a little bit of a practice, a little bit. And then I think I started doing a vlog, something about just recording my days, and I started learning how to edit my vlogs. Also, nobody was watching those, and those took me forever also to film. It was tough. I remember I got a listing a couple months already in the business, and I went to do live. It's like it consumed my whole day. I scheduled it, like I went there. I thought when I was driving there what I'm going to be talking about the building. Started recording Facebook Live, and I couldn't come up with words to say. I'm lost. I forgot what I need to say, because like it's so stressful. You think like million people are watching this video. The truth is it's going to be a couple hundreds probably after a couple days and weeks. Really not that many people are going to watch those videos yet. But what you're going to do is you're going to practice your skills. You have to remember this. You're the most important person in the world, and your family is what's the most important for you. So you can't let somebody else who's going to judge your content stop you from making a content. You'll probably in the beginning not even going to get nobody who's going to judge. Maybe later on you will, as you're growing. Maybe you start getting some people who's going to start putting some comments and saying things that are wrong here and there. By that time your skin will already be thick and you're not going to care about it. In the beginning, probably going to have a lot of support, and you don't even expect it. You think there's going to be a lot of judgment, but the truth is that you're going to get a lot of support from a lot of friends, because the videos are going to be messy. They're not going to be perfect, and people are going to support it because they like when things are imperfect. People want you to do good, but just not better than them. Even if you do get some judgment, even if somebody says, you said this was too funny. Or I remember actually, I was doing a radio interview, and next day I was meeting with a client, and then the client told me like, yeah, I was kind of watching your video, but then you messed up a couple things. It was too funny, and I really didn't watch the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, okay. That was her comment. That's fine. I know in the beginning, for me, even till now, when I start the video, it's messy. It's always messy. It's there's something always that is on my mind. I'm rusty a little bit, and then I warm up, and everything is great after that. But for you to create business, you just need to start. In our culture, in our company, is we all grow on social media, and agents that come join our company, they see that everybody's doing it and they start doing it. So it's the culture that keeps you going, and the culture that kind of puts you into this creating content. Because I think this is just going to be the only way to do the business. Less and less people want to get calls. Nobody wants to be stopped in the street. Nobody wants to be knocked on doors. Nobody wants to be given the flyer, please pay me for something. This is not how we run business. Everybody's reserved. Plus, now we all want text. We don't really want to get a phone call and talk for 20 minutes. We're all busy. So I think that me scrolling through the feed, watching the content and scrolling past it is what I need as a consumer. I don't want to be pitched for too long. Don't take too much of my time. I've seen what I need to see. I scroll. Every day I see the person. That person's registered in my brain. That's the person I go to when I have a need. So I think that starting out and doing content, and then you can also do, the tools like Instagram and TikTok. They have so many tools. Like you can start off with just doing stitches. You can do just reaction to somebody's content. That's already content. You just pointing finger at somebody talking something about educational, giving out tip, and you just pointing finger at that with your little picture on the bottom, and putting finger on somebody's content and having content about that and posting on your page. That's already content. You didn't have to do anything about. You were just you're putting your face on their content and you reposting it, and that's already views for you. And that's already start. Then you can do some reels with the music and then some text. Then you can do some other. There's music. There's so many tools on these platforms that will get you going, and then slowly you transition into educational content, because educational content is what creates clients, because everything else creates attention. People kind of know you, but they're not gonna hire you because they don't know if you're good. Educational content sells them on you, because now they see that you are busy, plus you're knowledgeable, you're taking the business serious. Educational content creates leads. So the sooner you get into educational content, like the one I'm doing right now, this is educational content. If you get to this type of content sooner, the sooner you're going to start getting real leads that reach out to you. They want to work with you because they've seen your content. They kind of trust you. They like you. They know you. And that's what really you need to be able to do the business. If I was like, for example, if I was dropped in Florida, for example, right now, and I know that people are moving into Florida, seeing a lot of migration. There's a lot of people moving to Florida. And for example, I know nobody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a camera and I'm going to review all the restaurants, all the parks, all the schools, all the corners, all the neighbors, everybody. I'm just going to do reviews. Here's why. First, it's going to be good content for those who live there. They're going to appreciate it. I'm going to get to know them, and I'm going to share that content. And their people will know me, and they will know more about that person's business. their friends will reshare that probably too. So I get to know their friends, and their friends of friends will get to know friends and me. That's when the magic happens. When your clients get to know each other, that's exponential growth, compound growth that benefits you. So if I start going next door, next door, next door, and then talking to neighbors, all those people know each other. They now know me, and all of their friends know me too. This is the best way to do business. Plus, people who are out of state looking to move into the area will start finding out my content, and they will start reaching out to me in order for me to find them a house, and I'll be their real estate agent. Content in with different creatives is going to be the answer. If you're just trying to brand yourself, you're gonna start with little things, with vertical videos, TikToks, and Reels, and then slowly you'll move into educational content. But that's something you need to start working on in order for your 2024 year. Today's 2023. If we move into the next year, this is going to be setting you apart from those who don't do enough business. And I think those who have been successful until today are going to be losing a lot of business to those who do a lot of content. I'm seeing how agents are growing on the content. It's exponential growth. Within a year, they start selling 20, 30 houses just by doing the content, and no single cold call made to any prospects. But I do believe in phone calls. I strongly believe in making calls because you take another proactive action, and you will be busy by making phone calls. You will land clients. You will talk to people that are open to communicate with you and give you their email and receive information from you through email. Maybe it's going to take you a long time to get the client, but if you're interested in getting more listings, you will probably have to implement the calls into your business as well. You probably want to make phone calls to those areas where either you or your colleagues in your company had success selling real estate. This is what we figured recently is the biggest problem solver for sellers, because a lot of sellers and most of the sellers will hire a real estate agent who is successful in that area. A lot of times, even a top agent from a different area will lose the listing to the agent who sold the house next door, because in seller's mind, in property owner's mind, those who sell in the area are the ones that know the area the most and have success in the area, and they have the buyers. That's what sellers think. And if you have a sale in the area, you either mail the area or you make a call. If there was somebody else who sold that property, either on the buy side or on the sell side, if it's from your company or maybe even from other company, you still want to get the permission. You get the permission from the agent, and you can reach out. And if that was a buyer that you brought, then you sell the property sold. We represented the buyer. It's good if you have somebody that's from your company, from your team, that was representing the seller, because then you can say we sold, and then we just looking if there's anything we can do for you. Would love to stay in touch. What is your email? Would you like me to keep you posted what's going on in the area? You send market reports, sales, listings in the area, just to keep them engaged, and then when they have a need, they'll reach out. Those types of calls, plus for sale by owner and expired calls, because you need to practice your skills. Because when you get the $1 million call, you want to be ready. You're not ready to ask the right questions. You don't know how to talk about the process. So it's going to require some skills from you. How you're going to get those skills is by you going out and practicing phone calls. The sooner you get those phone calls going and not worrying about what on the other side says. The problem with the phone calls, if somebody is mean to you on the other line, is because your tone is not polished enough. You can't have it right away. You just have to go through those mean conversations. It's going to take some time. It's going to require some thick skin, and your skin will become thicker. And then for some reason they disappear, because then you know how to open up, and you know how to transition. Hey, my name is Oleg. I'm a real estate broker here. I just got your information, or the house around the corner just sold, and I was just calling to see maybe there's something I can do for you. I don't know. Like, I was just reaching out. those are the three things I feel like agents are missing out on, is not having big goals that are high enough, that are meaningful, that will make you a lot of money, that you can, you can be proud of, and you get energetic to keep growing, and your family is happy that you're providing. Not making content and being fearful and feeling that somebody else's opinion is worth more than your own desires and things that you want to accomplish. Somebody else's decisions and opinions are more important, and you are fearful of making calls. So those are three things that I feel like you need to work on, and you need to take them serious, because anything you're going to be doing in the business, anything you're going to be working on, learning any type of other skills, and learning how to show properties and close properties and what to say in this situation, that situation, nothing else matters unless you have clients. The clients come once you have a goal. The goal comes once you're committed to the business. So it all starts from that point on, and then you add on things. That's where the trainings come and everything else. But everything starts with a goal. Where am I going? Why do I need to go there? What's my plan? And it starts with lead generation. Lead generation is the number one thing that we need to work on. This is our job. Our job is to generate leads. And some generate them forever, and they always prospect and look for new business. And some work in repeat and referral business. And that's what needs to separate you from others. You need to focus on building a referral-based business. You need to build a business where people come back to you and refer you to other people, and you stop prospecting. You don't need to prospect. Everybody knows you. They come back to you. You're getting free leads, getting business come your way, and you just enjoy the business every single year, and the business just becomes better and better. So I hope you like this video. I'll see you next time. Put some comments if you have some questions, and don't forget to subscribe.